Confusion and chaos after an active shooter kills a woman in a Midtown high-rise. For the first time, we're hearing eyewitness accounts of the shooter jumping from balcony to balcony. CBS 46's Zach Summers has the newly released 911 call. Zach.
Yeah, Rick, in one of those 911 calls, we hear a witness tell dispatch that they heard multiple gunshots coming from Atlantic House for at least 15 minutes with no officers in sight.
I heard him say, "I killed that bitch." Yeah, I can still hear him screaming.
911 calls reveal many residents living in and around Atlantic House witnessed Wednesday morning shooting from the balconies of their high-rise apartments.
The guy's shooting right now. I mean, that's crazy.
Callers reported hearing several shots coming from Atlantic House on West Peachtree, and a man, later identified as Jarvis Durrett, screaming and jumping from balcony to balcony.
Oh my God, I think he's just, he just got in the balcony he got into the next apartment, someone else's. And he's trying to break the window wall.
Jarrett is accused of killing 31-year-old Courtney Cox, a lawyer who lived on the 21st floor of the building. Friends say the two began dating over the summer.
Yeah, he's just going back and forth trying to see if anybody's coming. I mean, he's like left, right, looking left, right, left, right. Right now he's straddling. Shots are being fired.
Jarrett was shot and killed by a responding officer after the GBI says the 32-year-old fired a rifle at police. Now, while no one else was hurt, a bullet did hit a pipe, causing some flooding inside Atlantic House. Stray bullets also hit other units, including an apartment complex across the street. Live in Midtown, Zach Summers, CBS 40.
A family is devastated after their daughter was found murdered at a Midtown apartment complex. Her alleged killer caused chaos early yesterday morning during a shootout with police. Officers say he later killed himself. And as Fox 5's Brian Hill reports, loved ones say the victim was dating the alleged gunman.
The family of 31-year-old Courtney Cox describe her as a beautiful soul who lit up every room she entered. Loved ones are now left devastated as they try to understand how her journey ended like this. This was the scene early Wednesday morning after Atlanta police arrived at the high-rise apartment building on Peachtree Street in Midtown. Police say 32-year-old Jarvis Jarrett shot and killed Cox inside Atlantic House Midtown sometime after 3 in the morning. Cox's family tells me she was in a relationship with him.
It appears that the suspect was inside the apartment. No forced entry or anything like that.
Police say Jerry then began firing a rifle at first responders from a balcony on the 21st floor. At one point, investigators say he jumped from balcony to balcony, shooting inside and outside of the building, hitting several units.
As we were getting this information through 911, our dispatchers could still hear gunfire being played out throughout the building.
At least one officer returned fire on a balcony. The Paul Hastings law firm tells us Cox had been an associate with them since 2016. In a statement, they said in part, "We are deeply saddened by this tragedy and we are focused on supporting Courtney's family and one another through this difficult time." They described her as a dear friend and colleague to their personnel in Atlanta and throughout the firm. In Midtown.
This morning, we're learning more about the victim and her relationship with the shooter. Our Barmel Lyons is in Midtown with the latest details. Barmel, good morning.
Good morning. According to those who knew the victim, they say that it's a love story gone wrong. They also explained to CBS 46 that the victim and the shooter met here at Atlantic House and started dating in June and appeared to be crazy about one another. Friends of Courtney Cox, who prefer to remain anonymous, say she was genuinely a nice person. The 31-year-old lawyer was found dead inside her apartment at Atlantic House in Midtown after her alleged killer, Jarvis Durrett, shot at police. Officers responded to the 21st floor of Cox's high-rise apartment around 3:15 this morning and found Durrett shooting from the balcony. We hear from officers who work to do what they can to save lives and neighbors who are terrified at what could happen next.
Sadly, we could not address what happened inside an apartment, but it is our quick response that I think that saved our community from a much worse incident.
Terrifying for me because then I'm sitting in my bathroom it's one thing to do self-defense if it comes quickly, but when you're sitting there and at any moment there could be someone that climbs in and you have to deal with that, it was harrowing.
Horrible indeed. APD is still investigating what exactly happened between Jarrett and Cox before she was killed. Leaders are also urging the community to make sure that if they have any information to call 911 as opposed to going to social media first.